Hello, BookTube. I have another tag for you today. This one was I was tagged by Ben Sanders at his channel, and it's called the Characters Writing Tag. Uh, his video is wonderful, and it's also got green screen. Who could compete with that? I can barely use this iPhone. He's got green screen going on, where he's sitting on a bookshelf. Amazing, so wonderful. Uh, but it's basically just a rundown of writing and characters in your writing. Now, I have two works to refer to here throughout this tag. The first one is the novella that I'm writing for the Hot and Sticky Summer Novel Writing Challenge, which you should all be doing. And it's called Hers the Convergence. It's historical fantasy about Isaac Newton. And the second one is the book that I am in the process of plotting for NaNoWriMo. I'm not actually writing it yet because you can't do that until November 1st. But I am researching it and laying it out. So I feel that it counts. And it's called Markowitz and the Mystery Woman. These answers will kind of apply to both. And the first one is a crazy hacker has hacked your computer and deleted every song but one from your writing playlist. Which song is it? And of course, instead of giving a helpful answer, all I want to do is vent. Because I don't like writing playlists. And I bet you can guess why. Because, as is in the case of so many things I have mentioned on this channel in connection with writing, a writing playlist puts some of the responsibility for whether or not your writing goes well or happens at all in something outside of you. What if a hacker hacks your writing playlist? Can you write that day? No. 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 A writing playlist becomes important, doesn't it? Talismanic, even. And then if something goes wrong, you're off the hook for not writing, or writing poorly, or writing less. Drives me nuts. Writing playlists, favorite snacks, favorite hat, favorite location, favorite chair. Dispense with it all. You should be able to write 700 words on your novel in the next place that you have to write while jostling on a bus in midtown traffic. But anyway, I promise they aren't all going to be like this. So, question number 2. Your protagonist and antagonist are paired for lunch. Where do they go? There is no way that first of all, Hers the Convergence doesn't have an antagonist. And in Markowitz and the Mystery Woman, there is simply no way that Benjamin Markowitz would have lunch with his archenemy. It would just never happen. Question number 3. You are crossing a bridge and a troll living under the bridge stops you and demands you read a chapter. Which chapter do you give him? And again, I have to be a little unhelpful because the minute I read this question, I thought, wait, bridge trolls can read? They're literate? Do they have a culture? Do they have a literature of their own? Have we been oppressing them all along? Just because of where they choose to live? Somebody get into this. Somebody Wikipedia that for me. Bridge trolls can read? What are they doing under a bridge? Anyway, that's question number 4. Surprise. Your friends have invited you to a party, and all your characters are there. Who would you hang out with? First of all, most of my friends are either teenagers who would be deeply embarrassed to find me at a party where they were also in attendance, or dogs who don't hold parties. But for the purposes of the question, the answer would be I only have, of the major characters in both these books, I only have one who's actually sane and nice. And that is Julia, the young woman who Benjamin Markowitz meets, the mystery woman in Markowitz and the Mystery Woman. So I'd hang out with her. Question number 5. You somehow managed to lock yourself out of your apartment. Which character would pick the lock? Again, that would be Julia. She is the daughter of a cop, so she would have some illicit skills. Question number 5. Or number 6, no. It's the zombie apocalypse. Everyone is leaving the planet and going to Mars. Which character would you want with you? In this case, it would be Isaac Newton. And both the Isaac Newtons, both the real one and the fictional one in Hers the Convergence, they both have superb qualifications to start a new world and to understand it. Question number 7. You've been given an opportunity to travel to any place in your book. Where would you go? The English countryside of Hers the Convergence, Lincolnshire, for the first 100 pages of it. That's probably where I would go. It's Lincolnshire's lovely. Those of you, some of you might live there. You probably attest to that. Question number 8. You meet your main character and want to start a conversation, but you only have 6 words. What would they be? This is fairly easy. For Markowitz, it would be, it was just a random coincidence. As a side note, in your own life, although I don't advocate it, saying that to any conspiracy theorist will start a conversation. Just won't be one you'll want to have. And for Isaac Newton, I think the quote would be, is the physical world actually real? The whole book deals with that. Question number 9. Crazy acid rain is falling from the sky. Which character would you use as an umbrella? Ben Sanders has a bit of a dark streak, I think. That's probably why we like him. For me, it would be Markowitz's nemesis in Markowitz and the Mystery Woman, Bob Farnsworth, a sort of glitzy, glamorous, professional conspiracy theorist who Markowitz suspects of being insincere. And question number 10. You're at dinner with your main character and it's time to order dessert. What would you order for them? I don't know. Isaac Newton, both in reality and in my story, was notoriously indifferent to what he ate and whether or not it was even cooked. And Markowitz is impossibly paranoid about processed food. Even water comes from somewhere. A spring that he doesn't believe is really a spring. A tap that he thinks the government is fluoridating with drugs. I think they'd both be miserable dinner companions, actually, tell you the truth. And that's it. That is the characters tag, and it was a blast to think about. And the only thing that's left is to tag people, and I tag all of the members of this fledgling community that is starting to take shape of WriteTube. All these writers, the guys at Strip Cover Lit and a half a dozen other channels have started flushing out of the woodwork. I tagged them all. Especially, there was a booktuber from ever so long ago. He used to make videos. What was his name? P.T. Hilton. Remember that? Wasn't though. Those were the good old days. Why do people stop making videos? I don't know. Is it me? Do I smell? Anywho. There you go. That is my tag for the day. Thank you, BookTube.